What's up, YouTube? Check out this avocado tree. It's doing pretty good. It's growing. Finally came back from the overwatering problem. So did the lemon tree. I guess overwatering's a problem. I was really excited about springtime. Anyway, so some updates. Okay, so this little guy is called cassava. It's a survival plant, C-A-S-S-A-V-A, cassava. I have it planted back here. 15 cuttings. You take the cuttings and you lay them vertical in the ground. That means flat. And you just let them do their thing. And some of them already had sprouts coming up. There's a really awesome guy in Orlando that sells these things, so just let me know and I'll hook you up with them. There's Storm. She's being a cute dog. They're just barely starting to come up though. They grow insanely fast. It's kind of crazy. You can bury like a stick and it'll turn into a plant. This thing was like half that size today, this morning. So anyways, they grow very fast. See that guy right there that I just showed you was like this size. Here's my hand. It was like this size today, and it grew to this size. That guy over there that I just showed you wasn't even up. See the difference? They grow extremely fast. One of the cool things about this plant is they're dual purpose plants. They are good for feeding animals. You can feed their leaves to rabbits. Even though they do technically contain cyanide, I guess rabbits can metabolize that stuff. Over here, this is some bad light. So over here we have our tomatoes. As you can see, I redid them. They weren't doing too well. They were kind of falling over on each other right here. Had a few die right in here. So this is called a cattle panel. This square thing. Extremely amazing. They're 16 feet by 50 feet wide. They're amazing. They are $20 at Tractor Supply in Orlando. And I use them to trellis the tomatoes up. Here we have over here these big leaves you see growing on this tree. These are yam plants that I have planted. And I planted them at the base of this big oak tree. This oak tree I've been cutting back slowly. I have plans to remove all of this branch. I'm planning on basically it's gonna be pretty bad. I'm gonna hack this thing to shit. But gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, so here's some more of the yam vines. I got these from a friend. They're doing pretty good. I have 6 of these total. Here's some more of their leaves. It's a beautiful day in Orlando. Like 80 degrees today. Some more of our baby tomatoes. That's one thing about the tropics you have to remember. You can't grow normal tomatoes in the summertime. Those are for winter. The only tomatoes you can grow are baby tomatoes. Here is a survival banana plant. I got this guy from a friend of ours. And he was planted like 2 weeks ago. And look at him. He's already getting new leaves. He only had this one leaf right here. Now he's gotten this leaf in the last 5 days. And this leaf just started in the last 2 or 3 days. So, survival banana plant. They branch out their own babies. They fruit once and then you cut them back. Good mulch. Here's our pepper plantation. Hang on, it's bad lighting again. Sunset's not the best time to film, I guess. But the peppers are not doing so great, but you know, we're figuring it out. Anyway, here is our neem tree. I would say it's probably about 2.5 feet high now. It continues to make new leaves. Hasn't really slowed down. water hyacinth. I've harvested off of this once so far. Took half of everything. And the rabbit doesn't like it at all. Anyway, this is a mulberry plant I got. Mulberry tree. It's not a plant, it's a tree. There is the tree. It's growing like a weed. This thing I got it like 3 weeks ago, and it's growing so fast. Like, I put it in this pot and I thought it would be good for like at least a month or two, probably 2 months. I mean, most trees don't grow. Look at these things. Planted them in here for like since a year ago. This is a grapefruit tree. They have obviously been outperformed by this mulberry tree that's been in here for like a month or 3 weeks. There is our, obviously it's a coconut tree. Look at the coconut. Anyway, here's an update on our pineapple. Beautiful little pineapple yew. And our pineapple plantation. We haven't gotten any new ones. I keep meaning to go get them, but it's really hard to get there at the right time. Right now is a perfect time, but you know, haven't been. It's just one of those things. You gotta go at the right time, and I'm lazy. So I've been doing a lot of work on the rabbit colony. I've been wanting to, hey look, it looks like clouds in the sky. Anyways, so I've been meaning to like get the rabbit colony done, so that's what I've been working on. This is an update on our Seminole pumpkin vine. It's starting to vine out right now. I'm trying to get it to catch. See, I kind of planted this guy in a wrong spot, but that's okay. I didn't know what was going on at the time. So as you can see, I've got it on this wire, and I'm trying to get him to go to this, as you can see here. So this is a 2-foot space between the shed and the rabbit pen right here. It's basically an area for vines to trellis. I have these cattle panels. This is ridiculous. I have these cattle panels all the way up to the roof of our shed. Isn't that funny? Okay, so by the end of the summer, I bet you we will have vines growing all over these things, all the way up to the shed. And another update that I have is, check it out. Oh, gotta watch where I'm walking. Make sure I don't step on our cassava. All right, check it out, guys. So this is a ridiculous thing, but it's pretty awesome if you ask me. This is my rabbit hutch. It's completely done now. Oh my goodness, I have more cassava growing. I'm so excited about these things, man. They grow so fast. Look at these things. This thing will be like that size tomorrow. Anyway, I hope I didn't step on that. But anyway, so we've got our rabbit hutch done. So this is going to be a free roam rabbit hutch. And I've seen people on YouTube doing it. Hopefully it works out. I mean, from what I understand, there's been no issues. I've just kind of built this. It's my own creation. Just kind of hope it works out. Anyways, this is a temporary thing right now. This is what I've been using to lock the gate. So let me just unlock it real quick. It's ridiculous, but oh yeah, I gotta unlock this part. Hang on here. Okay, so here's our rabbit hutch. I built it completely out of wire because we're in Florida, and Florida is known for its ridiculous rain season. So what we have here, I use PVC pipe for the top, as you can see. I melted the, hang on, let me come inside actually. Let me see if I can get better footage of this. Okay, so I melted I have a heat gun, and I melted some PVC pipe. I cut it down the center along here, you can see. And I went on both sides of these wires here, and I secured it like that, melted it, and scrunched it. And it's holding up. That's my frame for the top. It's a chop shop job, but it works. Like, look at this. It wasn't supposed to happen like that. Everything goes wrong on YouTube, right? It doesn't happen normally. See? Look. It's solid. Just be quiet. I'm gonna probably do a more permanent secure later on, but this is like seriously just barely done. Like today. I just finished today. But as you can see, the hardest part is this wiring right here, or this netting, and it's such a terrible job. But I put it all around because I just wanted to make sure a raccoon or whatever couldn't make it in here, or a cat, because that's one thing we've had problems with ever since I got one single rabbit, a single rabbit, is I have had like 20 feral cats descend upon my property. Our dogs have caught fleas, so we're trying to deal with that. But anyways, so that's a whole other story. But so here's my Seminole pumpkin vining out, doing its thing. I would say it's about up to my waist, so about 4 feet high now. It's gonna be getting taller all the way up there. I'm hoping to allow it to grow on top. That's actually, I have these cattle panels on top, which are very solid, and they're not completely done yet. I mean, I have more securing to do with this. I need to remove this part, this thing right here. This is a big experiment, and I didn't like it too much. It's just not good. You'll see what I'm planning on doing once I do it, but so the cool thing, the thing I'm most excited about is we actually have our bunny running free. I haven't named him. I don't know what I'm gonna name him. He's probably not gonna have a name because I don't really know how long we're gonna have him. Buddy, I don't know how long we're gonna have him, because I've been thinking he's a New Zealand white, and I think I might go with the Florida breed. They're smaller, and yeah, they're smaller, whatever, but they're very comparable to the Florida whites, and the advantage that they have is you can have a lot more. My plan originally was, 4 New Zealand does, 2 New Zealand bucks, but I could get a lot more Florida white does and bucks in here. I'm dealing with a small space here, so that's the thing. And the other thing is the way I want to do their hutches, I kind of changed it up in the last day or two. So the way I want to do their hutches is really not going to accommodate for a larger breed of rabbit. So I might breed that guy out, let him have some litters if I can. I'm going to have to do some research and see if a New Zealand buck can breed with a Florida white. I know that the Florida whites are descendants of the New Zealands, so I'm thinking that's probably not going to be a big deal, but we're gonna have to check it out. So the good news is I have my New Zealand buck, my one rabbit, running free in this colony of one rabbit. It's really not a colony if it's one rabbit, though, right? So anyway, that's the whole thing. I'm really excited about it. Next thing, let me do an update on my pond that I've been digging. So here are my dogs messing with my pond. So here's the pond. I've been taking the dirt and throwing it in the rabbit area. As you can see, I'm building like a hutch area. So that's part of it actually, is I'm going to be burying some buckets. So I've been digging this out, going to continue digging it out. It's going to go to like right here. Anyway, so it's going to be more shallow on this side because as you can see, we have this big tree. So I don't want to dig out too many of the roots. So we're going to have it be shallow right here and slowly taper off. And then I will run a pump from that side to this side, cycling the water. We're going to have it be a solar pump. So yeah, that's basically it. Just no other updates. There's Maya. There's Storm. And yeah. So the yard's looking good and getting stuff done. Our moringa trees are growing. I'm really excited about our moringa trees. Oh, that's the other thing is like I said, we had some fleas get on our dogs. So we've actually gotten a permit to trap cats. So we're going to be doing that on Monday. This is a trap we got for it. And I know it's sad, but can't have feral cats dropping fleas in my yard, getting my dogs sick and shit. Sucks, but whatever. I don't really care what they do with them. So yeah, here's our moringa trees. It's kind of sad, you know, like these things are so short. All they do is get evening sunlight. But, you know, that's kind of why I planted many instead of just one. Because I knew that they would be stunted with the kind of sunlight they were getting over here. This guy's up to my hip. He's been growing since January. So, yeah. Need to do some trimming on this. Got to get rid of some of this stuff. There's that tree. I'm going to be hacking away at it. This is the next project right here. I actually have this next week off. So I keep looking at it and I keep thinking, you know, this is a good time to get rid of some stuff with this tree. So I might be climbing up there and doing some stuff. But I need to figure out what's going on with my chainsaw because it's not working right now. I should have thought about that. Dang it. Anyway, so yeah. That's the update I have, and hope y'all have a good weekend. Love you all, and have a good rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.